Hey, what's going on, friends? This is Paul Hutchings with another edition of The Good Parts. I think I'm on episode 72. This is a daily social media show where I go live Monday through Friday, right around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, to share one good part from my life and or business that hopefully can be a benefit to you as you continue to create more freedom in your life, prosperity, abundance, joy, goodness. Those are my intentions for myself and everybody. So today's Good Parts episode, I want to share with you a really cool insight that I had last night while I was watching my son play in his championship baseball game. And I believe this insight has meaning and power and impact, not just for, business, but for life, for all of the events of our lives, but especially also in business. That's why I'm excited to pass it along. If you're tuning in live, let me know who you are. If you're tuning into the replay, please comment replay below so I can know, so I can say hello. I want to say hello to everybody. So, hey, Nick, good to see you. Thanks for being here from West Virginia. Bill Rizlaw from Wisconsin. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate you being here so much. Okay, so I want to share my screen here and tell you. So my youngest son, Cashton, he's 11. And all year he's been playing baseball. All my boys play baseball, and they're all much better baseball players than I was, thankfully. But Cashton, he got to the point where the night before last, they were playing in a championship game, but they were playing the team that had beat them all year long. And not only were they playing this team, but because this other team had beat them all year long, in order for them to win the championship, they were going to have to beat this team not once, but twice. So I mean, I've already kind of shared part of the end of the story, which is they ended up winning not just one game, but two. And I wanted to pop up this little picture on the screen to show you. This is Cashton. This is his best friend, Preston. And here are their coaches. And this is their championship trophy that they got last night, which is really exciting. That's not the point of the live, though. So while I was watching Cashton play baseball, and by the way, Cashton, both days he said, we're going to lose. He's like, there's no way we're going to win. We're going to lose. And so he went, the first night, and his friend Preston, who was in that picture, he pitched the first inning, and then Cashton pitched the whole rest of the game. He had so many pitches that he threw. And it was so fun to watch him shine and to also catch fire for winning the game, because when he saw that there was a hope that they could win, he got really serious. And I mean, he was just pitching really well and cheering on his team and just doing all kinds of great stuff. So that was fun to watch. Well, anyway, last night was the second game and they won. And I finished that game, and my wife, Corrine, said, hey, Kyson's playing on the other field. Which is sometimes what happens when all four of your kids play sports, is they play at the same times. And so during Cashton's game, Corrine was running back and forth between the games. Now that the game was over, she said, hey, run over and see if you can catch the end of Kyson's game. So I ran across the parking lot and was watching Kyson's game. And where I was watching Kyson's game is where this insight really came to me and kind of happened. And I'll share with you just one quick picture of Kyson and his coach, so you can kind of get a feel for the night. So this is Kyson. He's 13, and this is his coach. And this was after their game. And this is where the special insight for me happened. So there I am. I come up to the fence, and the Kyson's team is up to bat. And there's one kid that, I mean, he's kind of a bigger kid, and I think they were down by 5 at this point. And the pitcher for the other team, I mean, he looked like a major league pitcher. He was throwing super fast, so fast that I don't think I would want to go up to bat against this guy. Well, anyway, this big kid gets up, and bam, he crushes the ball, and it's flying, and it looks like it's going to be a home run. And we're like, whoa, and it hits the fence, and he ends up getting a triple. And so he's on third base. And then one of the next kids to get up was one of these kids that I guess my wife told me last night that he's younger than all of the other kids, and that he played up because his grandpa's coaching the team. But being a younger kid, he's probably one of the smallest, if not the smallest kid on the team. He doesn't look like the most athletic of players. And I've, from the other games that I've watched, I've kind of picked up that he's one of those kids that maybe doesn't always hit the ball, because when he does get on base, his team goes wild and they're cheering for him when he gets up to bat, and they're just giving him extra like motivation and belief whenever he gets up to the plate. So I kind of picked up that sense. Well, anyway, this kid gets up to bat. The big kid who hit the triple is on third, and he's like, bring me home, bring me home. You know, he's yelling, and this little kid's up there against this super fast pitcher. I mean, so scary how fast he was pitching these balls. And this little kid gets up there, you know, strike, couple balls, and then he ends up getting beaned and he takes his base, not super hard, just kind of like lightly, and the whole team goes wild. They're like, yay, you got on base. Woo! They're all excited. And so he gets onto first base. Well, anyway, as the game progresses, I see this little kid on first base. He's still second, and then he steals third after the big kid comes home. And a little bit later on in the game, I hear this guy mention this little kid's name, and he said he stole third without getting caught, like all surprised. And I chuckled a little bit. I thought that was a funny thing to say. But then as the game got over, I saw this guy who had made that comment come up to this little kid, you know, the kid that got beaned and ended up, you know, walking and then stealing base. And he just wraps him in his arms and he says, I'm so proud of you, son. Turns out this was the kid's dad. I'm so proud of you. Way to stay in there. Way to stay in that plate. Oh, I'm so proud of you. And he was just so excited for his son. And I looked at that and I thought, wow, you know, that's just so touching that here's a father giving support to his son, encouraging him, hugging him, letting him know how proud he is of him, even though he wasn't the kid that hit the triple, wasn't the kid that hit the home run, wasn't the star on the team. His father was just showing him love. And that just touched me to see that. And I thought that's really special, you know? And then the game ends up getting over, and Kyson's team ended up losing. This was the last game of the season, so it's all done. But his team gathers together in the dugout, and they're all hugging each other in this big, you know, circle of embrace. And their coach, after they all, you know, they're hugging, and the coach he says, come here, boys. And he gathers them all around, and he talks to him, and he says, I want you guys to know how proud I am of you. You guys have improved so much during the season. And he gives them, you know, advice. And as I was watching this combination, this sequence of events, this phrase floated into my mind. And the phrase was, it's not about the game. It's not about the game. It's not about the game of baseball. I mean, baseball is the thing and it is the game. But what I saw last night was a father encouraging his son and showing him love. I saw a group of kids that didn't win, but they were building camaraderie and thanking each other, and friendships had been built. They'd learned how to get along and cheer each other on. And then I saw this coach this same coach has coached my oldest son, Caden. And you can tell he just really loves the game and he loves the kids. And I didn't hear everything that he said to those kids, but as I saw those kids gathered around this coach and this older man just giving advice to these kids, I thought that's mentorship. What's happening is these kids, and some of the kids, you know, you go watch a Little League baseball team, you wonder where all of these kids come from. Like, what kind of families are they in? My wife was telling me about one kid. I don't know if he was on Kyson's team or not, but there's one kid on one of the teams that was living with his grandma. And he's kind of a little bit of a troublemaker. And his grandma got so frustrated with him that she put him in the foster care system. And so when this kid comes to the baseball games, that's where he's coming from. He's coming from a foster family. And hopefully the foster family is showing him a lot of love and helping him in the way that he needs to be helped. But that kid from a foster family, this is just one example. And who knows where all the other kids come from. They get to come and be in a community and be in a group that shows them love, that shows them belief. And then they get to be mentored by an older person, an older man who is just doing his best to pass along some good lessons and to build belief. And so, all of this to say that this new realization that I had last night was it's not about the game. It's about all of the things that you learn in the game and about all of the experiences that you have that grow you as a person. And I think about business. I've been building a business from home for just under 2 decades. And our vision is to help people be free. And of course, you've got to make money, you've got to make sales, you've got to grow residual income, all of that. Um, and it's a great thing to be a part of, and it's kind of a game in a way, where you've got skills to learn, you've got actions to take, you've got a community, you've got people supporting you, doing everything they can to cheer you on and help you win. But the best moments in my home business career, I think about when I hit my first 6-figure income, and that was exciting. I will admit that was so exciting. Or when I paid off the mortgage on my house, that was exciting. Yes, so thankful for that. Or when even before that, when I finally made enough residual income that I knew that I would never have to have a job again, that was exciting. But when I think back over all of the experiences of my home business career, those are not the best moments. I mean, they're highlights, they're great parts of my career, but the best moments of my home business career are moments like when we were in Salt Lake City a couple of years ago at an event, and there was just so much love and harmony and camaraderie amongst the people there. Everyone there was just wanting to do good things for each other. And we'd had this great event, and I was sitting in the gym one morning before one of our event days, and I just broke down in tears because I felt this divine presence wash over me and this huge increase of faith, sort of like as a confirmation to my soul that what we were doing there was right and it was good. And we got to the end of that event, and even though nobody ever mentioned God or faith or religious belief, like none of that was mentioned at all. But one of the things that we do with our events is we donate all of the money beyond the event expense to a organization called Feed My Starving Children. So that particular event, I think it was 12,000 days of meals we helped to provide. So that was going on where we were all there to be there for each other, to show good intention and to show service and to teach and to just do good things for each other. And we were all there for that. And on top of that, we knew that there was no profit motive there from the event, that all of the money was going to do a good thing. And so this is just a little bit of the setup for the experience that I had. So I had that experience in the gym. And as the event began to come to a close, and then after the close of the event, I started to notice that nearly every person there, if not every person, had had a similar experience. And the word that everyone kept using to describe it was transcended. This was a transcendent experience. They had these special spiritual moments where there was just this confirmation that what they were doing was the right thing. And so for me to have that moment all alone by myself, I don't think I told anyone about it until I started hearing others' experiences. That is one of the best experiences of my home business career. So as I look at home business and I look at growing residual income from home, it's a game like the baseball game. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's about the game. It's about the things that grow us on the inside as we're participating in this game, learning how to persist through what sometimes feel like unsurmountable obstacles. I started my journey in a trailer house, and now I'm financially free in my early 40s. That, if you'd have told me that I would be where I am now when I started, I'd have thought you were nuts. Unsurmountable obstacles. And all along the way, there were big, soul-crushing challenges to overcome. But I look back over that and I think, was it about the money? Was it about the checks that I got? Was it about the things I was able to buy? Yeah, all of that's great, and I'm thankful for it. But the most priceless treasure along this path for me is what it seems to be making of me. the man that I'm becoming. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of what I believe. I'm proud of what I stand for. I love the people I serve. I love the mission that we're engaged in. And what was it? Jim Rohn said, the greatest value in life is not what you get. The greatest value in life is in what you become. And that's what the game is meant to do, I think, when it's played right. And so I guess I just wanted to pass this along as a reminder for myself and all of us to just be aware of the ordinary everyday events that we all go throughout our businesses and our lives, that are part of this game we call life, and to strive to see the underlying value of it all, what it's making of us, the experiences of love and empathy, the good that's done, the moments where our hearts are touched and our faith is increased. And I think that can make life more worthwhile, more in business, more worthwhile, more enjoyable, more, I don't know. I don't have another word for it. But anyway, that's the big insight, the semi-shocking realization. And I said it was semi-shocking because I was not expecting to go to a baseball game and to have that experience. I'll be honest, sometimes I'm at baseball games and I'm a little bored. I'm a little distracted. I'm not much of a spectator sport sort of person. I played football in high school, but I don't like to watch football on TV. I'd rather be in the game. And so sometimes at sporting events, I can be distracted. And so I just was not expecting to see what I saw last night. And I'm so thankful for it. And I wanted to pass it along. It's a gift to me. I hope that it can be a gift to you. So I see a lot of comments coming in. So thank you, everyone, so much. I'm going to get to those because I want to see what you're all saying. Is this a good message? Is it resonating with you? Is it adding value to you? I would love to know. I also want to say I do these daily videos Monday through Friday. And if you got value from today's video, I would love to invite you to subscribe to me on social media so that I can have the honor of striving to, give something to you. I really want to be a gift to your life and your journey. As I mentioned earlier, my main mission is freedom through principle-centered leadership. So I'd love to, help you learn things that I learned that helped me to create a life of freedom. So that's some of the content that you'll get if you decide to follow me on social media. And also, if you go to my website here, that's a better way, I think, to subscribe to me, because every time I send an email, you get it. If I post a video on social media, you may not get it. In fact, recently I've been noticing that if I send a message to someone I haven't messaged in a while, all of a sudden they see my content. So that makes me think, man, do I have to message all 800 of my friends in order for them to see my content? Maybe, right? But that's the algorithm. So that's how it works. So anyway, I'm going to jump to the comments here. Sarah Jane says, thank you for building such an amazing community. You have such a big heart. So proud to be on your team. Thank you so much, Sarah. And I haven't met you in person, but I know you're doing really well. So way to go. And I'm looking forward to meeting you in person and getting to know you better. Nick says, Paul, yes, that is very touching. And that's what should happen. Sportsmanship. That statement really touched me. What an inspiring story. Kids deserve love and blessings and encouragement to grow up to be good people. It's not their fault they're born into this world full of obstacles and challenges, right? And when I think about, kids, like we have this mission of feeding starving kids. And when my business partner and I we wanted to do something good, for the world as we continued our business path. And we thought of all the things we could donate money to. Kids are helpless, like it's not a kid's decision to be born in a part of the world where everyone is poor and there's not good nutrition and some kids don't even have any food. That's not their fault. They're so innocent. Oh, I'm getting a little bit of an echo. Not sure where that's coming from, but anyway, William says true camaraderie and trust among all of them. Yep. That's it. TJ Byers says the children who need love the most will always ask for it in the most unloving ways. Wow. That's a powerful quote. Reminds me of the other quote, hurt people, so yeah, thank you for sharing that, TJ. I really appreciate that. Lori Sue says Arizona Freedom Fest, which was such an awesome family reunion. The journey together makes for more. Amen to that. Together we can do more, right, Lori Sue? Freedom. Lori Sue says, William Seong says, a true case of people having the same frequency and beliefs come together for this occasion. My opinion. Awesome. Yeah, beautiful comment. Thank you, William. Rita Joy says, tears of joy. Yeah, tears of joy. Yeah, Minister Christian says, I love our family and how we encourage and support each other. Me too, Minister Christian. Love you so much. And Rita Joy so much. Ashley Casper says, hey, I'm a little late, but I'm here. I'll be back for the replay. Yay. Thanks for watching the replay. I think it might be worth watching, Ashley. I mean, I might be biased, but I really do think it was a good message today. Not because I said it, but because of what the message was. Nick says obstacles are only there to make you stronger along the path of prosperity. Yes, amen to that. Look at you now, how many people you have shined your light on. Thank you so much, Nick. And look how many lives you've changed. You could have walked away, but you chose to be of help to people and share your precious experiences. I appreciate that very much. David Twomey says, the father to the son, the coach to the team, transcending the belief to the kids that they are good enough. That's, you hit the nail on the head. So beautifully said, David. Thank you for sharing that. And Gregory Napier says, I love Paul's emotion for his family and especially his kids. Thank you, Gregory. I appreciate that very much. And that's a wrap, guys. So I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have an amazing day. If you got value from this and you want others to get the same value, consider sharing this content. And I will be back tomorrow. Go for your dreams. Bye for now, everybody.